Have you been looking at buying a home in the past couple of years, but you had no desire to compete against 5, 10, 15 offers or bidding 20, 30, 40, even $100,000 over asking price, and you're just waiting for things to settle down? Well, your wait is over because the housing market has officially cooled down. In this video, I'll share with you exactly what I'm seeing in the Northern Virginia housing market on a day-to-day basis and how you can benefit from it, and we're getting started right now. Boom! Hey everybody, it is David, your favorite realtor. As always, you know it's another beautiful day right here in Northern Virginia. And if it's your first time here on my channel, please hit that subscribe button because every week I release videos what's like to live, work, play, pros and cons, top neighborhoods, basically everything that you need to know about living right here in Northern Virginia. So I've been waiting almost 2 years to make this video about the crazy housing market finally cooling down here in Northern Virginia. Well, guess what? We are here. The housing market has 100% shifted more towards a balanced market compared to the 100% seller's market that we were experiencing these past couple of years. So let's get the video started right now, and I'm gonna share with you exactly what I've been seeing being boots on the ground. So where were we? Literally, the housing market changed. I know the exact date. It was January 2nd, 2021. That's when real estate changed forever. On that day, we had extremely low inventory and demand was never higher. A lot of reasons why demand was so high, but record low interest rates and pent up demand from the pandemic. But from that day forward, every single house, regardless of price range, condition, location, was getting 5, 10, 15 offers, selling for 20, 40, 50, $100,000 over asking price. Buyers were waiving all their contingencies, so basically no home inspections, waiving their appraisal contingencies, so paying money out of pocket to make up that appraisal delta. I was seeing sight unseen offers. Basically what that means was buyers were submitting offers on homes where they're only seeing pictures on the MLS or on Zillow or Redfin, things like that. It was absolutely madness. Now let's dive into 2022. Basically from January to May, exact same market as last year. Every home selling multiple offers, over asking price, selling the first weekend. However, towards the end of May, I really noticed a slight shift happening. I saw a lot of homes that normally would sell the first weekend, not selling the first weekend. And I was thinking to myself, something's going on here. I even did a full video on it back in May, but now this past 30 to 60 days, I'm seeing more than a shift. It is a huge shift, and now I can officially say that the housing market here in Northern Virginia has officially cooled down. So what have I been seeing being boots on the ground this past 30 to 60 days? Well, first thing is, most homes are not selling the first weekend. So I'm seeing homes sit on the market 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 30 days. So what that's doing is causing inventory levels to rise. Now, I'm not seeing an influx of inventory. What it is basically homes, since homes aren't selling the first weekend, it's just inventory's accumulating. But I can definitely say that inventory is a lot higher now, definitely compared to earlier in the year. Next thing I'm seeing is a lot of price reductions. In fact, about 30 days ago, I was showing 6 townhomes right here in Ashburn, Virginia. And all these townhomes, they're not like $550,000 to $600,000 price range, which is a really good sweet spot. So there's a lot of buyers in this price range. So I showed 6 homes that weekend, and of the 6 homes, 5 had did price reductions. I mean, this would have literally been impossible 5 months ago. Once I saw this, I knew the market had officially cooled down. So since inventory is going up, demand is getting less, guess what is back? Negotiations. In fact, in the past about 45 days or so, of the 7 clients I've helped go into contract to buy a home, all 7 were below asking price, which is mind-boggling because these exact same 7 clients, had they bought a home 6 months ago, all 7 would have been above asking price. So I'm so happy and glad the negotiations are back, and I know my clients are extremely excited about it as well. Also, another thing that I'm seeing, a lot of price reductions on new construction. In fact, I was talking to a sales rep for a local builder here in the area, and he said they've only sold 2 homes in the previous 45 days for this community. And this is a huge community with a lot of homes. So only having 2 sales in the previous 45 days, that is not a lot. And also they're offering a lot of incentives. I've seen some builders offering to pay all the closing costs for the buyer, offering huge credits at the design studio, offering to pay down points to lower your interest rates. So I'm seeing a lot of things these past couple months that I was definitely not seeing in the previous 2 years. So let me share some numbers with you. So February, March, and April of this year, which is kind of like the height of the craziness for 2022, on average, homes in Loudoun County were selling for $29,000 over asking price. So if I was working with a client during that time and they're like, hey, David, how much over should we go? I would bring up the stat. Hey, on average, they're selling basically $30,000 over asking. So that's kind of the benchmark. Now, I take the past 30 days of homes sold here in Loudoun County. They're not selling for over asking price. In fact, they're selling for $2,000 less than asking price. So it literally went from basically $30,000 over asking price to $2,000 under asking price. That is 100% showing you that we have definitely cooled down. So yes, a lot of homes are actually selling for less than asking price. Negotiations are back, but there's still homes selling above asking price. It's always going to happen in every market. But I noticed the homes that are selling above asking price, they're only selling like maybe $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 over asking price. So that shows me if they do get multiple offers, it's maybe only 2 or 3 offers, nothing like the 15 offers that we used to have earlier in the year. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines because you didn't want to compete with the madness, which I don't blame you, I didn't want to compete with it either, right now could be a great opportunity for you to get a great deal. So how did we get to this cooling of the crazy hot real estate market? Well, first things first is it is summertime and it is 100% completely normal to have a summer slowdown. It's going to happen every single year, no matter the market. Obviously, the kiddos are out of school. You got summer vacations. People in general just like to chill during the summer. So real estate activity is always going to slow down during the summer. Now, the next reason for the real estate market cooling down here in Northern Virginia, obviously, it's going to be interest rates. We all know interest rates have skyrocketed, especially compared to last year. This time last year, we're in the 2s or the low 3s, and those were historically low interest rates, and we'll never see those days ever again. But basically this year, they've gone up to as high as almost 6%. So basically almost doubling in a year. And obviously when interest rates go up, your buying power decreases. So let's use this as an example. Let's say December last year, when rates were around 3%, you could be qualified up to a $600,000 house. And now the rates are around the low 5s. Maybe now you can only qualify for a $525,000 house. Well, there's a huge difference between a $600,000 house and a $525,000 house. So what that causes is either a buyer is either A, gonna buy a less expensive house, or B, they're gonna say, you know what, we don't like that price range anymore. We're just gonna sit where we are or maybe rent for a year. So what that naturally does is decreases buyer demand and homes sit in the market a lot longer. Another factor that's causing this market cool down is inflation. We all know inflation is the highest it's been since the 80s. Everything's more expensive. Your food's more expensive, your gas is more expensive, your travel's more expensive. In fact, I just came back from Mexico for my 40th birthday, and this vacation was literally double what I would have paid this time last year. So everything is more expensive. So when you're spending more money on these other items, you have less money to spend on a higher mortgage payment. Now, another factor causing this market cool down, and I think this is one of the biggest factors in my opinion, is the crazy market that we saw the past 18 months, basically $50,000, $100,000 over asking price. That market was not sustainable. There's no way we could continue that market. So I knew at some point it was gonna cool down because buyers out there, they were so getting tired of losing 3, 4, 5 multiple offer scenarios to finally win a house, buying homes with no home inspection, $50,000 over asking price. That market is not a healthy market and that was not sustainable in the long term. So what's the outlook moving forward with the housing market right here in Northern Virginia? So like I said, the past 18 months or so was not a healthy market. That was definitely not sustainable. What we're going into right now, I don't believe is a crash, not even a correction to be honest with you. What I believe we're going into is a normal market. Before the pandemic, like 2017, 2018, 2019, all of this was normal. The best of the best homes, they're gonna sell first weekend, multiple offers. The middle of the pack homes, they'll take 30 days to sell. You get some great deals, a lot of negotiations. And guess what? The homes that are maybe in poor locations, need a lot of updates, they're gonna sit for 30, 60, 90, 100 plus days on the market. But guess what? This is all a normal market. And I think this market is here to stay for the foreseeable future. So I can really see prices just kind of leveling off here the next few years. Maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe prices only increase maybe 1 to 3% total, which is not a huge increase, especially compared to the 35 to 40% increase that we've seen the past couple of years. So obviously you're thinking to yourself, David, should I buy now? Should I wait? Will prices continue to drop? I can't answer that question. And I definitely can't answer if it's the right time for you to buy or not. I always say, no matter the market, how crazy it is, how soft it is, I say you buy when A, you have a need, you have a motivation, you have the financial capability, and you have the long-term vision. If you're looking to buy a house and you want to be out of there in a year, maybe 2 years, I would say don't buy. But if you're going to buy a house and you're minimum going to hold it for 5, 10 years, then go ahead and do it, especially if you have the financial capability to do so. So yes, the market has officially cooled here in Northern Virginia, but you know it, if things change, I'll make a brand new video updating you every step of the way. But I definitely believe these next few years there's gonna be a lot of great opportunities to get some great deals on real estate. And if you want to learn more about living in Northern Virginia, housing market, moving here, living here, check out these videos right here. They're gonna be great resources. And guess what? I'll see you on the next video.